None too complimentary just yesterday about the American owners at Wrexham, Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney. You weren't all that complimentary about them. You were questioning their reasons, their motives. You called one of them a bag carrier, but that same bag carrier has put a lot of money into the football club. Matthew, bad news for you, Simon, is a passionate Wrexham fan. Matthew, good morning. What do you want to say to the great man beside me?
Good morning, chaps.
Morning.
Great show as usual.
Thank you.
Simon, I really would like to know where you get off slagging Ryan Reynolds off every opportunity that you get. That man has done absolute wonders for both the local community and my football club. Without them, we would still be stuck in the National League with no hope and no direction.
Agreed. So which part of my observations yesterday, in the framework of a conversation where my partner in crime over there is trying to suggest to me that the only reason that the EFL has got a broadcast deal in America is because of Ryan Reynolds, do you consider that to be me slagging off your owner?
No, I said they wouldn't have achieved 40% without them.
But I don't agree.
On you go, Matthew.
That's not slagging somebody off, Matthew.
Completely do agree. You look at the man's followers on Twitter, X, whatever, the Deadpool movies, the money that they generate, and he's put a face to a football club.
Oh, agreed. I agree, but I'm asking you, Matthew, where I've slagged off Ryan Reynolds.
Rob McElhenney has learned to speak Welsh. They have embraced the Welsh culture.
What has that got to do with your central observation that because I've pushed back against the narrative that I do not believe is accurate, I believe the wow factor of Ryan Reynolds has been remarkable for your football club, and the evidence is in front of people's eyes. But when I'm asked the question, do I believe the EFL, consisting of 72 or 71 other valuable football clubs, with a deal that's just been done with Sky that's got a 50% increase in domestic rights, and the only reason potentially for a 40% increase is because of Ryan Reynolds, I think anyone with any common sense is going to go, well, I'm not sure I agree with that characterisation, which is what I did.
You're not fond of praising them, though, Simon. Matthew's got a point. I mean, they are Americans who come in with a glitzy Hollywood image. Of course they do. And you're kind of at the back of your mind not comfortable saluting what they're attempting to do.
I fully embrace the idea that the beneficiaries of this moment in time are the Wrexham fans, and the opportunity for the Wrexham fans. What I don't like to see is the sentimentalisation. You know, the over emotional reaction that we get from the media.
We get where you're going with that.
You get where I'm going with it. From the media about how they're going to dominate this and what's going to happen here and what's going to happen there. And I know from experience that there is a difference, like the Salford boys have found with Peter Lim as a billionaire behind them, that when it comes to League One, you need big pockets and you need big ambitions. And when they've done that and they've passed that sniff test and Wrexham are sitting in the Championship with an ownership model that's as committed as it currently is, then I will be the first person to give them all the praise that they're entitled to, and I think that's fair.
Okay, Jonathan, he's gone. He's gone. Not because he wanted to, but we're moving on. Jonathan's a Manchester United fan, and I think he wants a word with us, and a brief one at that, Jonathan, on the Man City observations this morning. Where do you stand on it all? Where do you stand on Trent's comments as well, that although City have won more than Liverpool, their trophies mean more to them and their fan base because of the situations financial at both clubs, Jonathan?
Morning, guys. I'll be quick and I'm objective because I absolutely detest Liverpool. But Trent's right, but for the wrong reasons, right? And it was hilarious listening to Steve. And what Steve shows us is, even though City win things, there's still a very, very bitter fan base. They have to have a go at anyone. What they're not mentioning is there are a hell of a lot of charges against City, which they keep kicking down the road because they have very high-priced lawyers. And this is unfair to the likes of Everton and Forest. It really is. So until those charges are proven or disproved, right, everything is in question what City have ever done. Their hypocritical manager, all of them, will see what happens when the charges are heard, because there is a model in football and you have to stick to it. And if they're proved differently, their trophies are meaningless, no matter how much good football they played to win those trophies.
Okay. Jonathan's just dropped a major stone in the pool there. Jonathan, thank you very much indeed for your call. Thanks to everybody for all your calls this morning in the first hour of this madness.
Jim White and Simon Jordan. Monday to Friday mornings from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.